Please welcome TK Anand.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying Oracle Cloud World. I'm TK Anand. I lead the analytics team at Oracle. I'm excited to be here and share with you a brand new wave of innovations we're announcing here at Cloud World. So if you look back at the analytics industry over the past decade, we've made huge strides in making data accessible to the business user through intuitive experiences for data exploration, visualization, and more. And we're increasingly using AI, machine learning, and natural language to make it even easier for users to interact with their data and gain insights. However, we've left the business user with the all-important responsibility of making decisions based on the insights they get from their data, and then taking actions that can actually affect business outcomes they care about. So the next wave of innovations in Oracle Analytics is targeted at helping business users make intelligent decisions and actions that can help transform their business. So this is going to be the focus of my talk today. But before I get into that, I want to take some time to recognize the huge progress that we've all made with Oracle Analytics over the past couple of years. Customers across all industries and across all regions are using Oracle Analytics to infuse data-driven decision-making in their organizations. And industry analysts like Forrester, IDC, Ventana, Bark, Nucleus Research have all recognized Oracle Analytics as an industry leader. Gartner recognized us as a visionary and gave us outstanding scores in the Critical Capabilities report. Now, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI, is the fastest growing hyperscale cloud on the planet. And it's available in every region across the globe, as I'm sure you all know. OCI includes a comprehensive data lakehouse platform that gives you the flexibility to manage all types of data at scale using services like Autonomous Database and MySQL HeatWave. OCI also includes the Oracle Analytics Cloud, or OAC, which is a complete analytics platform that serves the needs of business users, analysts, data scientists, and IT in your organization. OAC offers a powerful workbench of capabilities that power the end-to-end analytics workflow. Did you know the Gartner 2023 Critical Capabilities report for analytics and BI platform rated OAC higher than Microsoft Power BI and Tableau in all use cases? So with the OCI Data Lakehouse and OAC, you can build the most sophisticated analytics solutions for your organization. However, the operative word there is build. You need to build the solution from the ground up by implementing a data pipeline, creating a data warehouse, building a semantic data model, designing reports and dashboards, et cetera. You guys all know the drill. But what if you could buy such a solution instead of building it from the ground up yourself? Well, what makes Oracle unique is that we not only have an industry-leading cloud platform with OCI, we also have the industry's most comprehensive suite of SaaS applications with our Fusion, NetSuite, and industry applications. So 4 years back, we started this journey. We started a new initiative to build a SaaS data warehouse and analytics offering for our Fusion Applications customers. Fusion Analytics Warehouse offers a turnkey solution with all your Fusion application data. And it's fully extensible, so you can bring data in from non-Fusion sources, like Salesforce, on-premises applications, and other systems. Fusion Analytics Warehouse is a mature product, and it has a comprehensive suite of analytics modules for ERP, HCM, supply chain, and CX. We have over 250 subject areas, over 4,000 business metrics, all built right into the product. We're seeing tremendous momentum with Fusion Analytics in the marketplace from customers and partners. And Fusion Analytics is consistently posting triple-digit growth year over year for several quarters now. The backbone of Fusion Analytics is our lights-out data pipeline that manages the data warehouse for all our customers. The Fusion Analytics data pipeline today manages over 250 billion records spread across 500,000 tables in the Autonomous Database. That's a staggering number, considering the rate of growth we're projecting over the next year. Moreover, we have real evidence of the value that business users are experiencing from the product. Our product telemetry shows us that the number of active users of Fusion Analytics has more than quadrupled since last CloudWorld. That's just in 1 year. So it's been really gratifying to see all of the success that Fusion Analytics is experiencing in the market. But at the same time, we also hear from customers, hey, it's great that we're able to put all this rich Fusion data and analytics in the hands of our business users. But how do we ensure that they're actually using the data to make better decisions and essentially improving the business? Well, this is going to be the next frontier in our journey, advancing from data and insights to decisions and actions. In order to understand this a bit better, I wanted to show you a demonstration in the healthcare space, I think something that we can all relate to. Let's take a look.
As a clinic leader, I look for ways to improve patient outcomes and meet industry targets that qualify us to be paid more for our care. Here, I see those opportunities with data brought together across my entire patient population. I see only 11% of our patients meet our adult wellness targets. Let's get more people in for their annual visits. I can see each patient's gaps in care, and those with high risk are at the top of my list. This is possible because the system brings together data from doctor visits, labs, insurance claims, and more. Now that we've found the people who need it, it's time to reach out to them. The team handling outreach can personalize every email to make it more likely for patients to come in. Generative AI helps make it more empathetic and effective. When a patient comes in, the care team uses the electronic health record for the visit. Intelligent services recommend ways to close even more gaps in care. It finds suspected conditions to document for reimbursement. This patient is also due for a lab test. Add that to the visit, and we're now improving multiple clinic goals. As the wellness campaign gets started, I also need to make sure we're staffed for more volume. Behind the scenes, visit data is connected with operations data, like staffing. I can see adult wellness is understaffed at around a 400-to-1 patient-to-provider ratio. The industry benchmark is closer to 225-to-1. This shortage likely led to the rise in burnout risk from too much overtime, and thus impacting margins. Recruiting temps or new hires will take time, but maybe there's another option. The provider skills dashboard shows more staff have skills for wellness. AI infers these skills based on providers' history with past visits. So, the team can schedule 325 additional providers for the new wellness campaign. Our team can add the additional providers to the work schedule and publish it from Fusion HCM. These tools connect data from many sources, identify risks and the actions to address them at every step. The result is a wellness campaign that makes patients, staff, and the business healthier.
So what you saw in the demonstration was an example of how data and insights can be used to offer tailored experiences for healthcare professionals so that they can take data-driven decisions and actions that can improve patient outcomes. This is what they're paid to do, and this is what they care about. This is a lot more productive than having healthcare professionals look at dashboards and reports, extract insights, and then figure out what actions to take. This approach also creates better user engagement with data. If I have an application powered by data that's easy to use and help me do my job better, why wouldn't I use it? It's also worth noting that a lot of what you saw in that demonstration is a real product that's available in the market today. That's a product called Healthy Intent. It's a health data intelligence platform that joined the Oracle Analytics family as part of our acquisition of Cerner. Well, inspired by this new mission to enable data-driven decisions and actions, I'm excited to announce the Fusion Data Intelligence Platform. Now, this is not a completely new product. Rather, it's an evolution of Fusion Analytics Warehouse to take on a dramatically increased vision and scope. Hence, we felt it deserved a new name. So what is the Fusion Data Intelligence Platform? It is a comprehensive SaaS data, analytics, and AI offering for our Fusion Applications customers. And it facilitates data-driven insights, decisions, and actions. It comes with a lights-out data pipeline that ingests data from the Fusion applications and other sources, and it puts it into an OCI data lakehouse powered by the Autonomous Database. Now, you can obviously query the data in the lakehouse yourself and build custom solutions on top, but we offer a ton of out-of-box capabilities, such as data models, analytics, AI and machine learning, and intelligent applications. Now, I'm going to go through each of these in detail. If you're an existing customer of Fusion Analytics, some of it will be familiar to you, especially the analytics piece, but a lot of the rest is new. So the Fusion Data Intelligence Platform has a powerful data pipeline that transforms Fusion application data into a collection of conformed data models that represent 360-degree views into different aspects of your business, such as customers, products, employees, suppliers, accounts, etc. Now, these data models are available in the data lakehouse for all sorts of use cases, such as analytics, machine learning, and custom applications. These data models today are primarily built from Fusion application data, but in the future, we plan to enrich them with data from popular external sources like Salesforce, ADP, LinkedIn, etc. Customers and partners can, of course, extend these data models by bringing in external data into the data lakehouse. The product is completely extensible. The Fusion Data Intelligence Platform has a data pipeline that doesn't just transform data. It also trains machine learning models that are used for predictive and prescriptive analytics across all your lines of business. These models can be used in reports and dashboards. They can also be used in custom applications, and they're going to be used in the intelligent applications that I'll talk about in a moment. Now, you can, again, extend the product by building custom models on top of the lakehouse using OCI's AI and ML services. Like I said earlier, since the Fusion Data Intelligence Platform is an evolution of Fusion Analytics, you, of course, get an Oracle Analytics Cloud instance with a curated semantic model, with a rich set of subject areas and a large collection of out-of-box KPIs, reports, and dashboards that span all of the Fusion application pillars. All of this is completely extensible. You can extend the semantic model. You can build your own custom reports and dashboards to suit your business needs. Moreover, OAC also includes a variety of AI-powered data analysis and exploration capabilities for your business users, such as natural language query and generation, auto insights, mobile apps, and more. Perhaps the most interesting aspect of the Fusion Data Intelligence Platform is the notion of intelligent applications. It's worth taking a step back and understanding what an intelligent app is. Intelligent apps or analytic apps are different from traditional or transactional applications in that they're not systems of record for your business, like an ERP, CRM, or an HCM system. They complement those transactional applications, and they leverage the underlying data models, ML models, and analytics in the data intelligence platform to offer tailored user experiences that help business users understand what's going on in their business or an aspect of their business. And the app will then offer insights and recommendations and even facilitate actions that can improve the outcomes that the user actually cares about. Now, you already saw one example of intelligent apps in the healthcare example that I showed you earlier. We're working on a number of new intelligent applications, and I'd like to reinforce the concept by showing you a demonstration of the Supply Chain Command Center. Let's take a look.
The Supply Chain Command Center is one of the intelligent apps we're building as part of the Fusion Data Intelligence platform. It enables supply chain professionals to detect and manage fulfillment and production risks, as well as optimize logistics costs, delivery times, and CSAT. As the fulfillment director for a gaming console manufacturer, we see descriptive KPIs and analyses just like those found in a current Fusion Analytics dashboard. In addition, the map also shows me risks that could be coming based on real-time events and ML predicted scenarios. The Supply Chain Command Center does this by going beyond today's Fusion Analytics. Starting with Fusion SCM, it also incorporates data from suppliers, carriers, retail stores, distribution centers, ports of entry, and weather providers in its data warehouse. Zooming in on one issue, the model suggests that this Category 5 typhoon is almost certain to cause supply chain problems. A detailed impact analysis for this risk shows the specific shipments, warehouses, and manufacturing plants that could be affected, plus potential material and shipping cost increases. Let's explore solutions to see how we might address this. The Supply Chain Command Center shows ML-generated recommendations as possible solutions. We can edit these or add in custom plans. If we just go ahead, though, and accept the top prescriptive data-driven actions to alternately source components from Mexico and move inventory from the LA distribution center, we can achieve a slightly more expensive but satisfactory solution. The app understands numerous specialized SCM workflows. This allows a work list of suggested next steps to be generated and even automated where suitable. The Supply Chain Command Center can then orchestrate these actions through integration with Oracle apps and via API calls to third-party transactional business apps. The first step is to initiate that transfer of inventory from Los Angeles. We're well on our way to mitigating a problem that otherwise could have severely affected the business. The Fusion Data Intelligence platform makes it possible to go from data to insight to action. And it's all integrated so we can view the same request in the Oracle Fusion Cloud SCM app as well.
So I hope you're getting an appreciation for the Fusion Data Intelligence platform and our multi-year vision for advancing from data and insights to intelligent decisions and actions that can actually improve business outcomes for you. We're still early in this journey, and there's many more innovations to come. Another aspect of the data intelligence platform is that it's not limited to the Fusion applications. The same underlying platform will be offered for NetSuite and all our industry applications, such as health, financial services, utilities, etc. The most important implication of this is that all your data from these applications will land in a single data lakehouse with an integrated semantic data model and a single analytics pane of glass. This will facilitate cross-domain and cross-application insights that were virtually impossible to achieve before. For example, by combining clinical data from Oracle Health and HR data from Fusion HCM, we can improve quality of care in a hospital while reducing costs with intelligent staffing. Or in the utilities industry, we can combine data from Fusion ERP and Oracle Utilities to optimize resource planning and ensure timely maintenance of equipment. You can come up with numerous other such examples in various industries. All right, Now I'm excited to welcome Andrew Kins from the Mayo Clinic and Pradeep Atluri from Badger Infrastructure to come join me on stage. Can we go back to the previous slide? Hey, welcome, Andrew and Pradeep. Thank you for joining me here. I want to start by asking both of you to share a little bit about your organizations, your role, and kind of what's been your analytics journey so far. So maybe, Andrew, you start?
Sure. Yeah, so I come from Mayo Clinic, and the needs of the patient come first is our mission. And everything that we do and everything we are is driven by that mission. So Mayo is something like a 1.3 million patient organization. We see that many per year from about 130 different countries. We're based in Rochester, Minnesota, but also have large hospital systems in Arizona and Florida, as well as a health system in the Midwest. We're about 76,000 total employees and do have some pretty big international operations as well in Abu Dhabi and London and others as well. So that's a little bit about Mayo. As far as our analytics journey, we've had a very intentional 10 years to be a data-centric, best-in-class organization, investing deeply in talent and technology. Of course, processes in there too, but, and I'm often humbled to see what that's resulted in over the last 10 years. Epic is our EHR, our electronic health record. So that is a significant platform for us.
Yeah.
So we do have a multi-cloud strategy, but we just went live on Oracle April 1st of this year. And that included a big bang with FA. So significant, go live there. And FA is absolutely the foundation for us when it comes to administrative or business analytics going forward for a variety of reasons. And we are just thrilled to see the roadmap, what's to come, and just get the scale that's offered from FA.
Great, great. Pradeep, what about you?
Sure. Badger Infrastructure Solutions is a non-destructive hydrovac excavation company. What does that mean is we dig holes in the ground using high-pressure water. We are located around 140 plus locations across US and Canada. So our journey started with the whole digital transformation journey with a business objective of doubling our revenue by 2025 and improving our profit margins. That's the driver of digital transformation. As part of that, we implemented the full suite of cloud ERP products, that's CRM, supply chain, manufacturing, pricing, CPQ, the whole suite of products, including HCM, and then using that platform to capture the data. We capture a lot of data. Now, that's one of our biggest assets in the company, and we need to start harnessing that data. We went through the whole data strategy process, and FAW was a natural fit for us. And we start implementing the FAW and then trying to get that rich analytics into the business as quickly as possible to make decisions. So we're in the process of doing that. That way we have, and also we are trying to get the external sources of data from non-ERP products, that's including fleet management and other IoT devices, and combine them to give a full view to the business and start drilling into the data and start using that.
Great. So both of you have been like early adopters and close partners with us in your journey with Fusion Analytics. So can you tell me a little bit about how that implementation journey with Fusion Analytics went about and kind of what sort of challenges you had or what sort of benefits your organization is seeing?
Yeah, I can start. So again, as you said, we are the early adopters of FAW. Thanks to your team, super cool partnership. They are there for us within a call. There are instances where I want them to be on the call and just want to brainstorm it. They're right there. The whole implementation started with a very strategic approach of get the data first, start understanding the data, and at the same time, start using at a small chunks of pieces to the pre-built processes that we already have in the FAW, and that kind of exposing the business to that thing, and then start building on top of it. So been there before, building these data warehouses for years and millions of dollars. It's so cool. The whole data from ERP moved to FAW. Just the whole configuration took us 8 weeks. And Tim was showing me the dashboards on the eighth week. And then we're drilling into the data, just right there. And that's all modules. That is super fascinating.
Yeah. Great. Andrew?
Yeah, so our journey was very short from our perspective. We were about 6 to 7 months to implement. For Mayo, that's very abbreviated. We have research, we have education, we have our practice, and we have demands that are unique to Mayo Clinic. So we did have quite a bit of custom augmentation directly in FAW. And that abbreviated timeline, we would have never been able to meet that without FA being part of that foundation. Us doing that on our own, I don't want to say impossible, but pretty close. So just getting us to go live and stabilizing was amazing. We're still stabilizing. And I think as we look forward, what I'm really excited about, when you look at the roadmap and just the additional functionality that's coming, that's going to bring such value where we're not having our own developers having to build that out as built for us. And one thing I would just add is that we're not ensuring best-in-class analytics for how Mayo defines that or historically has defined that. We're not doing that across even healthcare. We get the economies of scale to ensure that that happens across industries where we're solving similar problems with the best thought leadership, the best development, and then we all get to reap the benefits of that.
Now, as Fusion Analytics customers, you know that we put out quarterly updates and all of the, obviously, all the data intelligence platform capabilities that I talked about, they'll just show up at some point in the form of quarterly updates. So any thoughts and reactions to what I just shared earlier? I know it's kind of hot off the press, but.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Absolutely. First thing is, we are able to, instead of working on the hindsight, we are now in the foresight and insights, right? The next natural evolution of the data strategy for us is to go into the AI and augmented analytics. Instead of running the business, data will help us drive the business. It should tell the business about what are things that's going to be potentially happening. Example, pricing is our front and center of our commercial strategy and the growth strategy. Getting the pricing analytics to kind of forecasting that, our risk from the AR, customer risk profiles, and forecasting that, not only helps the bottom line cash flow, but also top line growth. So using data and analytics and augmented analytics and AI to drive that future is something super exciting. A lot of things that's happening there. I'm very excited about that.
I don't know how to improve on that answer. That's a pretty good answer. I would say for Mayo, just specifically the AI and ML journey, I think is what we're really excited about. And that coming out of the box, again, that we're not having our own data models and delivery. So specifically, I would say, labor insights, predicting staffing shortages. Think about what's happened during COVID with our nursing shortages. Those types of potentials that come from the next phase is really exciting.
Great. Well, I want to thank you both for joining me up here on stage. You've been excellent partners to work with, and I'm sure we'll be working together a lot more in the months and years to come.
Looking forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so just shifting gears now to OAC. So, like I said earlier, the Fusion Data Intelligence platform includes Oracle Analytics Cloud. OAC by itself is an industry-leading analytics and BI platform, and it's been at the forefront of AI-powered innovation for several years. So today I'd like to unveil the next wave of innovations in OAC powered by generative AI. So let's start with the demo.
Oracle Analytics provides me with a comprehensive catalog of all of my analytics assets, as well as monitoring my top KPIs using watch lists. Using natural language, I can quickly find the data I'm interested in. Once I'm satisfied with the result, I can bring it into a new workbook for further analysis. Within the workbook, I can use advanced capabilities such as auto insights and natural language narration to help me understand the data better. I can choose the insights that I want and bring them into my dashboard to include in my story or exploration, which I can share with my colleagues. One of our upcoming capabilities is the ability to interact with the Oracle Analytics Assistant to explore my data and create content. My first question relates to my topic. However, my catalog has no data to address it. Oracle Analytics will choose a general model, such as Cohere or ChatGPT, to answer the question while indicating that the answer came from a public model. My follow-up question is slightly more complex, as it relates to the previous response combined with the curated data that I have. Here, the assistant will combine the two using our internal analytics AI model optimized for data computation and quality. I can use quick modifiers to enhance my question, and when I find something interesting, I can add the resulting insight onto my canvas. Using the assistant, I can create new calculations by describing what I need, and I can use these calculations in follow-up questions. The key is that the assistant is not the experience. It is interlaced into my experience, and I can use it for some tasks and still choose to do other tasks myself. For example, I can still manually create insights and use them in synergy with chat. Clicking on the chat icon on any visualization allows me to get more insights and modify it using chat. Once my content is ready, I can share it with others. While they can consume it as a dashboard, I can also use tools like Synthesia to create visual newscasts to tell my data story.
Welcome to your Oracle Analytics update as of May 23, 2023. Today, we will examine climate change and the impact of flooding. Let's start by looking at countries with major investments in flood prevention. Among the 4 countries with the biggest flood prevention projects, the Netherlands has the biggest population.
All right, so let's summarize what you saw in that demo there. Leveraging the OCI partnership with Cohere, OAC is exploiting high-performance language models to offer a generative AI-powered analytics assistant right within our data visualization and exploration experience. We're also partnering with Synthesia to enable AI-powered avatars that can offer natural language narratives to a casual business user to show them what's interesting in their data and their business. And there's also a new contextual insights feature that enables consumers of dashboards to gain a deeper understanding of their data by offering them with insights and recommendations as they go about navigating and exploring the data. We'll be launching previews of these AI-powered capabilities over the next several months, and we look forward to your feedback. All right, so now I'd like to invite Tyler Weeks from Marriott International and Derek Hayden from Outfront Media.
How you doing, TK?
Hey, guys.
Hey, TK.
How's it going?
Why don't we start with a brief introduction? Why don't you tell the audience about your organization, what do you guys do there, and kind of like your journey with analytics?
Yeah, great. So Tyler Weeks, I'm with Marriott International. I'm the Vice President of Talent Analytics. My team looks after all the ways that we try to understand our associates. So we've got about 400,000 employees worldwide. I believe they're in about 150 countries. So when there's a world event, there's usually a Marriott associate impacted. So understanding their experience is a huge challenge. And many of them, if not most of them at this point, have been hired since COVID. So we've got a huge challenge to kind of bring them into the company and help them learn the culture.
Derek?
So I'm Derek Hayden, SVP of Data Strategy and Analytics at Outfront. Outfront is a out-of-home media company. We're one of the largest in North America. We've been working together with Oracle for about 10 years on the analytics platform. We had a really unique opportunity when we started. We could choose our path, and we chose OCI, the cloud, and it's been tremendous. Our industry is going through transformation with digital media, and it creates a lot of data challenges, and the platform that we've built has been really supportive of that.
Great. So what's been your experience working with OAC? What was the process of rolling that out? And kind of what sort of challenges did you have or benefits that your users are seeing?
Look, for us, OAC has been a bit of a revolution, right? It's actually been the partnership with your team and the quality of the tools has really changed the game for us. We were, even just a year ago, sort of operating heavily just from reports, peddling in Excel, and no offense, Microsoft, if you're here, but moving everything we do into OAC, automating everything that can be automated using the tools, using the data flows, the semantic modeler, the tools that are just there and work with the data that we have has really changed not just the quality of what we put out to our stakeholders, but the satisfaction of the team and just the type of work that they're doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So for us, I think, and you touched on it in your presentation, the ecosystem in OCI especially. So first, building the trust on data, just that factor, and we've committed to Autonomous Data Warehouse with the data share that's integrated in that. And then putting OAC on top of that, it's become the window to our organization. So we build out use cases for our real estate team, which is very location-centric, and the geospatial features that are in the database and also in OAC are super helpful for us. We've gone from reporting, being a kind of a reporting group, to an insights group. We built role-based dashboards so people can interact in kind of an environment they're comfortable with. Our CRO can go into any sales meeting, and he has a kind of a scripted package that he can use to run a sales meeting. So he can do that, and our account executives can evaluate media spend and try and figure out how they can shift advertising dollars from traditional media into our media. So it's been pretty powerful. It's something that has been great, and I was really excited out to see some of the new stuff coming. So it's been a great journey so far.
Great. So as you all know, generative AI is all the buzz these days, but you also know that, OAC has been on that path towards AI-powered augmented analytics. I know, Derek, you've been using some of that. So I'm just curious to hear some of your thoughts on applying AI and machine learning in the space of analytics, and also any reactions to what you just saw in the presentation.
Tyler, mine went, I was like this when I saw the digital assistant. Because it's really important for us to create a data ecosystem. We evangelize data, but if people aren't comfortable interacting with it, they're not going to use it. And they'll figure out things on their own. I think from the AI standpoint, as an overall strategy, we're all still trying to figure out what we're going to be. But I was thinking on this earlier, is that, to your point, OAC has had AI in it for a significant amount of time. We've had Explain. We use natural language. So it's, I find it funny that it's news that AI is coming out, but we've been using it for a significant amount of time, and you guys have been strategically putting it in the product as it's been ready.
Yeah, look, TK, when we were back there and you started showing the demo, we kind of all crowded around the screen that we had. And we were kind of looking at what you were doing. I love the vision. And I told you this earlier, but I've spent a good chunk of my career beating my head against the wall around data literacy. How do I get an organization of not data engineers to interact with the data in an intuitive way? And sort of the thing that occurred to me, this light bulb of, that we've been doing it backwards this whole time. What you're proposing or what you're showing in the product that's coming out, that's about making the data more people literate, which is going to change everything. So I'm very excited about getting my hands on these tools, how we can change how our people interact with that data, and give them an opportunity to to do it in a way that's much more natural to the way that they would ask a question of a person. I worry that my problem now is going to be teaching them to ask good questions, so, which is a great problem to have.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you both for coming here and sharing your thoughts and insights. You've been amazing partners to work with, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you a lot more in the years to come.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's wrap it up. So I strongly believe we have the most innovative and industry-leading analytics offering for the Oracle Cloud customers. The Fusion Data Intelligence platform represents a bold new vision for our Fusion customers. We're building on the amazing momentum that Fusion Analytics is already seeing in the market. And we're going to help our customers turn their data into not just analytics and insights, but also help you make intelligent decisions and actions that are going to have a positive impact on your business. And we believe that the AI-powered innovations in OAC are going to provide huge productivity gains for business users and data analysts. To learn more, please visit oracle.com/analytics and check out these sessions at CloudWorld tomorrow. Thank you.